Gender, the private identification of an individual's feminine or masculine characteristics. Sex, the body's anatomy determined biologically at birth. Sexuality, physical, romantic, or emotional attractions to the same or opposite sex. These concrete words are portrayed in many ways, often contextually correct or contextually misused. Dance, the art of bodily movements that portrays emotions, spiritual feelings, exercise, expression of self, and social interaction. Used in many cultures for centuries, this art opens channels of nonverbal communication between a dancer and the audience, a dancer and another dancer, or a dancer and their internal spirit. Dancing used to be a way of courtship, predominantly heterosexual acts and emotions between the male and the female. Yet ongoing models of gender have continued to transform over time. We see cultural and ideological agendas that are attached to communications of and about gender. Sexuality and dance play off the same instrument, the human body. Bodies are instruments of nature, rhythms of life, and the tool of the choreographer. Our conscious minds see the dancer's bodily features through the eyes, slender legs, dainty fingers, petite figure, and elegant neck. The unconscious mind is more ambiguous. We feel the dancer's emotions and stories. This opens the door of the mind to underlying dreams, desires, passions, and sexual tensions. Dancers submit through movement and expression. They flaunt their bodies for a reaction and response from their audiences. They are aware of their body, their touch, their response, the feeling. In this way, feelings and ideas of a dancer's sexuality, sex, and gender come alive in the act of dancing. The visual models of dancing either reflect or challenge society's expectations for gender roles. The typical romantic love stories, such as in ballets like Romeo and Juliet or A Midsummer Night's Dream, give the audience expected sexual behaviors, the lust and sexual tension between the male and female. The male is strong, he is the pillar supporting the female as he flaunts her delicate body. However, what happens when dancers create images that violate their gender roles, confronting the idea of altered lifestyles? There are social rules and expectations of sex, yet one may express their gender role and their sexuality in ways that cannot through verbal communication. Dancers use this art as an opportunity of open-ended expression. Some dancers proclaim that dance is a creative outlet, while others find it as an exercise or a way of expression. Some people dance because it has nothing to do with politics or social norms. One can express their own being. Dance is often seen as a sport of femininity. A myth says that dancing makes you queer. Labels stereotype male roles. Statistics estimate that about 50% of male dancers are of homosexual orientation. Movements and actions of a male dancer seen by an audience that are contradictory to the social norm are seen as homosexual. The sexuality of male dancers is threatened by these judgments. Some male dancers enjoy this creative and emotional art form in order to express their gender and or sexuality as different from their sex. However, an art form that distinguishes one's sexuality in a certain way does not define the relationship of sex and sexuality for every person. Dance allows the expression and interpretation of one's feelings and emotions through movement and social interaction with the audience. The ideas of sex, sexuality, and gender take shape through dance. Who is dancing? Where they're dancing? Why they're dancing? And how they're dancing. Dance provokes the question to ourselves, who are we? Who do we want to be? It's like a mirror that shows us an image of how we were made and how others see us, but also of how we take what we are given and strive to portray ourselves.